Psst, Gary Cohn is now vice chairman of IBM. On January 5, 2021, news broke Gary Cohn has assumed the role of vice chairman at IBM. The headline of this video includes a telling Psst. Why? Because the tech press has not made more of this announcement, at least as of midday January 6, 2021. But I think it is a big deal and a very positive move for IBM. Here's why. One, it's an understatement to depict Gary Cohn as well known across the investment banking business. Before joining Donald Trump's administration in no less a capacity than the role of chief economic advisor, Cohn held the position of president of Goldman Sachs, arguably the biggest investment bank on Wall Street. As president of this finance powerhouse, Cohn undoubtedly gained insider visibility into the largest of deals, including deals where customers amounted to nation-states and deal participants included all the other very large finance houses: Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Credit Suisse, you name it. 2. IBM has been working very hard on blockchain technology over the last several years. Blockchain is a targeted solution by many of the finance houses where Cohn is undoubtedly a familiar face, not the least of which is J.P. Morgan. Blockchain is also the underpinning of cryptocurrency. China is very close to launching its own digital currency. Will the U.S. be far behind? Getting back to the topic of this video, will Gary Cohn help IBM get a seat on the front row of efforts at the U.S. federal level to advocate, develop, and deploy cryptocurrency? My answer? Probably yes. 3. Gary Cohn has demonstrated the guts to buck up on highly contentious issues with a contrarian view. Not for nothing, he resigned his position in the Donald Trump administration on principle. Given IBM's persistent, nagging, and chronic need for culture transformation, this is a positive. The core of the stagnation, as Eric Savitz notes with regard to IBM's stock price, is the business's inability to demonstrate real culture change to investors. The mainframe hardware product line remains the big revenue machine for the business. In contrast, the services business, once market-leading under the leadership of Lou Gerstner, who came to IBM from McKinsey & Company, has seen its share of the market diminish considerably. Why? Because the core of senior management at IBM have failed to drive culture change from the top down. They have, quote, talked the talk, end of quote, but they have not walked the walk. Plugging Gary Cohn in as vice chair might provide just the top-down catalyst Big Blue needs to turn this very important corner. 4. Like Lou Gerstner, Gary Cohn enters the world of IBM from an outsider position, just a prescription for implanting a different way of looking things into the IBM process. Has IBM successfully assimilated Red Hat into the business? One can argue yes, and even argue the CEO of Red Hat will be a great choice for CEO at IBM sometime in the near future. But savvy investors will take note a change in CEO has already occurred. But this new CEO is not Jim Whitehurst, who led Red Hat at the time of the acquisition by IBM. Jim Whitehurst is now the president of IBM, while Arvind Krishna, quintessentially an IBMer forever and ever, is leading the business as CEO. And the first quarterly return was not well received by Wall Street. The stock tanked, meaning the return under the direction when the machine of IBM is being directed by Arvind Krishna. So that's a story in and of itself. The IBM board has made a very smart choice by bringing Gary Cohn in as vice chairman. That's my conclusion. My name is Ira Michael Blonder. I'm the CEO and founder of IMB Enterprises, Inc. My company is an advisory firm targeting enterprise software companies that are heavy on the engineering side with regards to their C-suite, but light on sales and marketing. If you've got a notion you'd like to talk about and you can present it in a few minutes, a call like that is always free, so please don't hesitate to ring me up. My phone number in the United States is 673-2929. And please also visit our blog, https://www.imbeenterprises.com/blog, and or my Twitter page, @MikeTheBebop. Speak with you tomorrow.